You're watching Joy News Prime here on the Joy News channel. Let's do some other stories now. The woes of some residents here in Accra is set to deepen following the shutdown of the Weija treatment plant. A statement released by the Ghana Water Company says this to allow the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, carry out expansion works at some of the stations and the one that powers the Weija raw water pumping station. This comes at a time when many areas in the capital are struggling with water supply, with some experiencing some rationing already. So which areas will be affected? Let's go to the statement. It says management of the Ghana Water Company Limited wishes to inform its valued customers and the general public that the Weija headworks will be temporarily shut down on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, following a request by the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited to carry out expansion works at one of the stations that powers the Weija raw water pumping station. It continues to say that this will allow the Ghana Water Company, the Electricity Company of Ghana, actually carry out this, expansion works, and it doesn't state when exactly this will be dealt with. But let's go and get some more information on Zoom with Stanley Mate, who is the Communications Director of the Ghana Water Company. Mr. Mate, I'm grateful for your time here on Joy News. Your statement indicates that this will start today, but when does it end?
Okay, so thank you very much for the opportunity. The Electricity Company of Ghana requested for 10 hours shut down to enable them to do the expansion works. Now, because we were not actually in charge of the job, we were not too sure whether they'll be able to complete within the 10 hours. So we made it open, but it was just supposed to be for 10 hours. And thankfully, the job is completed. They have given us the information. So we have started pumping. Now, when we go off, we don't just start pumping and water will get to every part of the city. Okay. So what is going to happen is we are going to start one pump over a period, and then we continue with the second pump, and then the final pump, which is the third one. Okay, so let's give ourselves, let's say 6 hours, and then we are sure that water will get to every part of the metropolis.
So within 6 hours,
it wasn't really GWCL's situation. It was for ECG, or to enable ECG do their expansion works. For us, our equipments are functioning. There's no problem with any of our equipments. Everything is intact. They have just informed us that they are done with the job. So treatment begins in the next few minutes.
So and within 6 hours, you're saying we can expect that water supply will be restored to all these areas that were listed to be affected?
Exactly. At least from within 6 hours, a lot more areas will start getting water. And then by close of day tomorrow, we are sure to have this western part of Accra stabilized in terms of water supply.
Beyond this operation, for the other areas in parts of the country that are already having water issues, or what's the update you can give us? Any rationing happening anywhere or soon that people should prepare for?
We still haven't had rains in most parts of the country. So with areas where the water source dried up, we still have those challenges. So we are using other means in serving them. So the rationing is still ongoing. We haven't stopped the rationing in most of these areas. It is still ongoing. And this is to enable us to have an even distribution of the little water in the system. So we expect consumers to bear with us whilst we try to solve the problem. And we're also praying that we're going to have early rains, so that some of these things will cease. But at the moment, the situation hasn't changed much. We are hoping for the best in the very near future.
When the rain sets in, we often see spillage of some of the dams. How are you preparing for that in case we have an overflow?
Yes, if we have an overflow, we still will spill because we need to safeguard the integrity of the dam. That is more important. Now, what we have in the Weija Dam or in the dams where we store our water is enough to take us through the period. For instance, in Weija, it is enough to take us through the year. Okay. In some areas, it is not. But then, because we need to safeguard the integrity of the dam, it's important that the excess water is filled off. Other than that, we are going to lose the dam entirely, and the situation will be more terrible.
Mr. Marty, thank you for your time. He's the Director of Communications for the Ghana Water Company.